Hey, this is a VR to Buckeye Piper. Did a video about the 80s and rotary phones and party lines and stuff like that. So I wanted to, you asked the question, so I'm going to give you a VR, brother. Let's keep this 80s things going. You know, I'm 51. I was a teenager in the 80s, you know. I remember the 70s, but the 80s was where I, remember the most. But I remember being a kid, and party lines weren't like, sometimes you pick up the phone and somebody else would be on there. It wasn't prevalent where we lived a whole lot until, I don't remember if there was, it was when I was real little and I didn't, But I remember one time, got my butt in trouble. My mom was on the phone talking to one of her friends, and you sneak over in the other room and you pick up the phone, you put your hand over, you do one of them numbers there and you listen in on the conversation. And I was always a fun, smarty kind of kid, And I remember she got done with a conversation she was having with one of her friends on the phone. And nothing bad, one of her girlfriends. And they were getting done. Well, I gotta get going. Yeah, I gotta get going too. So you have a good day. Okay, you have a good day. And I took my hand off of the mouthpiece and went, yeah, everybody, you have a good day. I enjoyed it. And man, did I get in trouble for that. Or if one of my brothers was on the phone with one of their friends, we used to do that. Rotary phones, I hated them. The push button phones, you had to push it to tone or dial or whatever you call that. The thing I didn't like about rotary phones, Buckeye, was, when I commented on your video, is sometimes when you hit that number and then you stick your finger in the wrong hole and you hit the wrong thing, you hang up the phone, you have to start all over, and it would take forever. And nowadays you just take it for granted and pick up the phone and you see a name, you go Mitchell, and you hit the name and it pops up, and shoot, I can't even tell you the phone numbers of my old kids, but I can tell you the phone number of my best friend's old phone when we were kids before cell phones, and it was I can remember that phone number to this day, but I can't remember my old home phone number when I was a kid. But yeah, it just brought back some memories, Buckeye, and it was fun because we used to play games, and if you had a babysitter when we were little, and the babysitter would want to get on the phone with one of her friends or her boyfriend, and you'd sneak into the other room and you'd pick the phone up quietly and you stick it to your ear and you listen to the stories and stuff. Just mischievous stuff us kids used to try to get away with. But hey, it was a great time period to grow up in. Thanks for that video, Buckeye. I just wanted to do a VR for you on that. And maybe we can keep this conversation going. Maybe we can do a Zoom party sometime on that and talk about growing up in those days and living those days over again in our heads. But just great times. The thing I liked about the 80s too, I'll throw this in here for you. You remember you used to go to an event, a concert, or you'd go somewhere and people say, how was it? And you were all excited and you'd say, oh man, you should have been there. And you described it in detail. Nowadays, you go to a concert or some event, how many phones do you see up and people recording? I remember when it was illegal to take a video recorder or a tape recorder to a concert. It was illegal to do that. Now, you got everybody putting their phones up and they're watching the concert through their phone. It just cracks me up. But that was the 80s and the 70s and the way we grew up before. And my kids have never known anything but cell phone era. So, yeah, just fun times. But there you go, Buckeye. There's my little take on it. And like you said, maybe we can keep that conversation going. Have a good day.